Okay, well, as we reset and hope that everyone returns, let's see how long this will last, and hopefully once we get resettled in here, the game will start working, and I don't know if it's just a lull in my internet or what's going on, but either way, that is not a bad start. But Alfie, thank you very much for swinging on over. I do appreciate that very, very much. This is far from ideal on how I wanted all of this to go. So I do. I'm very grateful that you're coming on back, because that. Not gonna lie, I'm a touch frustrated. So we're gonna practice letting go. We can only control what we can control. So this is a good exercise in calming the rage that is a torrent inside of me at the moment. So let's go ahead and drop into the game, see how that holds. No data. So it looks like the stream just dropped. All right, is that doing anything for you, or did it completely just drop out? But yeah, here we go. Excellent connection. It looks like that is about as good as I'm going to get it for now. I'm going to keep my eyes on the stream health, but of course, please let me know in chat if that is any better at all. We're going to make a little lap around the island. We're going to see how this one goes. Yeah, that was not ideal. That looks very, very, very choppy. Incredibly choppy is how that looks. So I'm guessing that's the same for all of you. So please let me know if that is the case. Looks and sounds good. Didn't drop, but that looks absolutely terrible. Correct? Everyone's struggling with the, it's doing it again. Yes. Okay, so it's doing it again. I'm not entirely sure why, and it breaks my heart because I keep seeing viewers dropping in, and well, I hate to say it, real ones, but I think tonight is... I think it's just not going to do it for us tonight. I'm just going to check one thing in my OBS real quick, just to see if there's anything that I can modify. Certainly doesn't look like it. But let's see. Did that any better there? Let's see. I'm just going to move around a little bit, watching the stream to see if it is beneficial at all. All right. So I'm just going to do a quick little refresh. All right. Is that any better? Is it still choppy for everyone? A bit better, a little bit. So I'm just going to keep running laps until it seems like it's okay. It does look a little bit better on mine as well. It's looking a little bit better. Are we... So it looks a little choppy still, I will say. A bit better, yes, I agree. And of course, it is manipulating my chat as well into not being the best. So to everyone who's shown up and is sticking around, thank you so much. We are having a lot of difficulties again tonight. And I'm not entirely sure if it's going to be the entire time. I am going to, you know, see what happens. Okay, so let's just run from one end to the other. See, and everyone, please let me know if It's only a little choppy. Okay, a bit better. It's only a little choppy. It does seem to be the case that it's chopping it up. Okay. Yeah. All right, so let's just make it. I'm just going to sprint from one end to the other, and I'm going to see how that looks. So I apologize that we're just kind of doing the same thing over and over and over again, but I want to try to give it, you know me, I want to give you the best experience possible. I want to give you the best look possible. It does seem to look a little bit better, I will admit. So do we roll the dice and just run with it? I think so. I'm going to, man, it looks pretty garbage though, doesn't it? It really does. Yeah, it's not too bad. Not too bad, but let's just bump up this bit rate a little bit. We're going to try to go to slightly higher number, apply that, and hope like hell that that works. But I cannot express how grateful I am to all of you, because that is really annoying. Because on my end, it's doing okay, but it's it's watchable, says Alfie. Well, I appreciate that, so it will be watchable, and if it isn't, I completely understand. So for now, let's go ahead and let's just get to work a little bit. So this, of course, is our island, as I kind of mentioned at the beginning of the stream. Well, I guess that was a separate stream entirely. So for anybody jumping on over that wasn't able to hear or understand what I was trying desperately to say, this is going to be our farm island. This is where we're going to really start to, you know, make the products that are going to be so necessary to advance into the further the last leg of our journey here, to fight Yagluth and to provide the sustenance that we need to really kick some butt. So what I wanted to do here is today, although it has been the most stressful stream so far, I'm going to try to relax. We're going to flatten and raise the we're gonna flatten and raise this ground a little bit. Basically, I want it to be pretty much where I'm standing now is where I want the entire island to be. I want that nice level tillable earth to be right in front of us. So that's what we're gonna do. So right here, we're gonna just start it off, because what I'm kind of thinking is I want to try to get as much about that height as possible, which I think will be really, really nice. We're gonna do the whole island. And we've got all that beautiful stone at home. And so we might even border the island. I'm kind of thinking that might be the case. I'm going to be risky here, and I'm going to refresh because my chat is, of course, freezing now as well. So I kind of feel like, yes, let's build indeed, Miss Marin. Let's build. Let's go ahead and just get to it. So basically what I'm thinking is we might just sort of line the exterior of this farm. We have all that beautiful stone at home, and so we might just use some of it to make a nice level playing field here. Oh man. All right, so it does look a little choppy. It is watchable, yes, but man, I don't want to put it on the engine or anything like that, but I wonder, I don't know if anyone else saw, but there was an update to Valheim, I think on the 16th, and then another one today, and I really feel like that has been kicking the crap out of my old PC here, which is also already in this last hour of technical difficulties. It's really been showing its weaknesses. So here's what I'm thinking though. From where I'm standing right here, this is where I would probably build, or I guess right here essentially is where I'm going to build a little farmhouse, a little shed to live in, and also to provide some comfort and sustenance, and some places to cook and all that stuff. But so for now, we're just going to flatten all this. But I kind of think that if anything, even if I don't build a house, or if I do, it'll be this little patch here. We're going to basically cut using our pickaxe. We're going to divide this to create a nice square rectangle, I should say, to farm on. So that'd be really, really cool there. Oh man. Okay, so it does look a little bit better. Is everyone, well, I'm gonna stop trying to worry about it. I'm gonna stop trying to worry about it. Oh, man. Okay, thank you again, everyone, for sticking around. You know, I really do appreciate that. And like I was trying to say earlier, I was looking forward to this so much, and it's frustrating that I could have swore everything was good, and we haven't had these kind of problems in a long time, and I'm just seeing my viewers just dropping. That's understandable. Completely understandable. But so to any and all who have stuck around, I sincerely do appreciate it. But yeah, so I think we'll put some of this work in. I believe on the previous version of this stream that Miss Marin was asking if there's a way to keep enemies from spawning, and so the workbench theory has been what most people have offered as the option to keep enemies from respawning in your build areas or in your homes or whatever like that, anything like that. And so people have said that in this, if you, to give you an idea what I'm talking about, so with the workbench, you can see the radius, of course. How do we do that? So you'll see the dotted line, you know, which I think is roughly, basically the tilde area, the flattened area. Alfie letting me don't worry there, Stan. I do appreciate that. You are a very valued real one, and I'm unaccustomed to checking my Discord, and so I checked it just today, and I noticed you said you fell asleep during the last stream, which I found hilarious because I was sitting there going, I feel like Alfie would normally be commenting on some of this, and so it made me laugh to see that confirmation today, and I can't blame you. I think it's I think I do this every stream, but I want to say you're 7 hours, or no, you're about 6 hours ahead, I think. So if it's 8, so it's about 2 in the morning for you right now. So I do appreciate you sticking around with us, avoiding sleep, just to watch me fumble through my streaming setup. But it's greatly appreciated, and I really, I'm very, very grateful for everyone who's hanging out. Okay, but let's go ahead and make us some room, because we're already making progress. This is actually, you know, as I think about it, this might not even be the most intense build ever. Once you get the ball rolling and you have the resources available, which we do, we might need to get some wood, but that'll be easy peasy. Basically, once we get the ball rolling, we're gonna start, I think. Oh, did you see that? They all just kind of dropped in. But basically what I'm thinking is we're going to build a stone walkway kind of surrounding the farm itself, and then, ooh, that was slick. And then we will line that stone wall with a palisade, and then on the other side of the palisade we will go ahead and try our best to pickaxe the ground all the way flush to the water, so that even if an enemy does spawn, they're going to end up in the water. They will be swimming in the ocean. Okay, I'm just keeping my eye on the stream health here. It seems to be doing okay. But yeah, we'll see. But I'm very curious to see why it is so bad today. It's never this bad, and yeah, so that's just so interesting. That's the case. And I wonder if it's the update of the game, if there's something new with the save, or if it's just if it's purely on my end. Which, if so, it might be time to update the old PC. I believe I've been watching the GPU prices drop quite impressively lately, so I think I might have to look into an upgraded graphics card, maybe a new CPU, and see if that helps at all. But you know, we'll see, because that's also a big investment, and it is more than worth it, because I want to produce excellent quality stuff here. And Anyway, I'm going to shut up about all the tech stuff. We're just going to try to enjoy. We're going to relax and get stabbed by a Fuling. No big deal. I guess I forgot I don't have my helmet on. It's a lot better than before. Okay, good. Good. Awesome. Well, even though we've all learned that Valheim does not operate too well when you manipulate the landscape. Even though they did optimize it a little bit, we'll see how all that goes. Okay, so here's the game plan. Basically, I want to try to provide us with as much space as possible to farm. So, while not the most exciting, we're going to raise as much as we can to provide all the tillable land possible. We're going to bring some stone from our lovely abode because we have so much to use. Go ahead and get rid of some of this stuff. Get rid of that. Get rid of... Oh. Okay. I wish my chat would update, though. So, there's not one thing, it's another. But that's okay. All right, the real ones are still here. I love that comment so very much, Miss Marin, and you are absolutely right. The real ones are here. Okay. But yeah, not a bad start already. Let's go ahead and see if this can... I want to try to... I'm going to level everything really nicely is how I want it. So we might actually have to go grab some stone now. I think we run back home. We're going to Valheim shuffle it all the way back with all the goodies that we will have in tow. We'll carry the light stuff home. We're going to need a lot of wood. Need a lot of wood, a lot of stone. So yeah, we'll go ahead and just shuffle that along. But yeah. But I really want to get those walls up right, like as soon as possible, or at least the stone walkway, because I want to provide some sort of deterrent for the Fulings, because as we've noticed already, they spawn in pretty quick. And if you're in that area, they seem to, they don't waste any time getting back to life. So I want to make sure that we can find some sort of defense. Some sort of defense while we're there. That will be really, really beneficial. But now that we're settled in, the real ones are here. We're decently choppy on the stream. But as long as you can hear me, let me know how your week's been, how you are. Most importantly, I, of course, always want to hear that. I always want to know what's up with my community. And it's just so nice to have everyone that I really want to see how you're all doing. So please, fill me in. Let me know. Let's just, you know what, we're going to bring all that stone because we are going to need it. And I'll get some wood later on. And you know what we're going to do at some point is we're also going to run through some black forests to collect some wood. There's, I think there's an island very close by. Ooh, I should actually move this portal down here so that it's a much easier transport. But maybe today, through all of the issues, all of the problems already, maybe Haldor will find it reasonable enough to show his face. We'll finally be able to track that guy down. Maybe. Maybe. Pretty good. Alfie, I did see earlier in the chat that you are on vacation, which sounds exquisite, so congratulations, and I hope it's going exceptionally well. Yeah, tis the season for some nice vacation. I had a little staycation myself just 2 weeks ago, I believe, and that was very, very good. So I'm hoping yours is going great as well. Okay, so we're going to hold on to this 50 because we're going to need it. Let's see what this looks like if we raise this a little bit. So I think what we should do is maybe raise a few areas. I guess 25 areas. And we're going to try, because I really want it this height. Where I'm standing right now, I think is going to be the ideal height across the board. And that doesn't look like too much of an issue. So we'll just go ahead and hopefully make that happen. It is kind of funny. It's not a big deal, but on with Lynch, you know, admittedly, I have a somewhat similar somewhat similar setup for my farm, because I feel like it's really the best option. You know, just if you don't want to have a if we had a plains base, I would probably have you know, have a farm attached to it. But since we right now just have our beautiful Black Forest Meadows base, this is the way I like to do it. So we're gonna have a portal that will fast travel to here, but yeah, I think this is gonna be a nice setup. How are we doing? 6 more? Screw it. Let's just put 6 more piles. All right, looking a little choppy, not too bad. I'm gonna try not to. Maybe if I don't sprint everywhere, it'll be a bit better, but we will see what happens. And that's all of that. All right. So I hope this works as well as I'm hoping it will, because if I stay here, shift, flatten, flatten, lovely, lovely, lovely. Okay, yeah, that's working pretty good. Pretty good. Okay. But how exciting, I mentioned this a little bit ago, but how exciting with this new update, I saw that they, Iron Gate, I should say, the creators of Valheim, they have released sort of the Midsummer update, which is, of course, just a sort of placeholder while we're waiting on the upcoming updates with the good stuff in the future, with the Mistlands and all that stuff. But now you can once again craft the Maypole, which provides +1 comfort, which is awesome. And they added a floral crown, which I think is just adorable. I haven't crafted one yet. I thought that might be maybe the maybe the somewhat highlight of today. But they've got some new banners up, and admittedly, I think I might have to go through 2 trees, Lynch's Kingdom, and add some new white banners because they are gorgeous. I put one up in the kitchen at, we really need a house. We need a name for our current house with Achilles. We need a base name. So please throw some ideas in chat. I'm thinking about it right now, but you all are a lot smarter than me, so please let me know what you're thinking here. All right, so we're just going to keep flattening, trying to make this as nice as possible. Because one thing I was saying earlier, I've got a couple of divots in Lynch's farm, and it's fine. It's not a big deal. It all works the same. But I really wish, with base names, says Miss Marin. Well, that's fine. Even terrible names are welcome. All names are welcome. There are no bad ideas except for the bad ones. But yeah, it's all this, you know, it doesn't really matter if there's divots or not, but I'm a Capricorn. I like things my way. All right, flatten, flatten, flatten. Doesn't look too choppy, a little choppy. But so here's what I think. Maybe, here's the move actually. You know what we should do? Here's exactly what we should do. I think we start putting down some stonework. I think we start doing that now, and then it might actually be easier to build, or I'm sorry, to raise the ground after that. So we're gonna go ahead and just drop this here. Now this is the tricky part, because you want to make sure that your first blocks will be essentially where you want them. And so I think this is the angle I want there and there. So basically, missing requirement. Oh, so we'll start like that. The first step is always the hardest. I remember building my main base build and putting down that first the first bit of stone was so difficult because you didn't. I wanted it to be perfect. I wanted it to be absolutely perfect. Which, is silly, of course, but that's the way I wanted it. Okay, so I think that if we cut that straight down the island, that will be perfect. So I like this. I like where this is headed because this will lead us to here, and then we'll do the same right about there. So let's see how many stones it takes to get us to there, and the ground's a little high even, so, we could always stack it and kind of get a better idea at that point. But this is just giving us that base level foundation just to really... Oh, I'm out of stone. Okay. That's going to happen a lot. But good thing we've got plenty. All right. So let's see. What should we name that base? Just because if anything, it's just so that we can have something to reference when I talk about it. It's like when you, I don't know if anybody else does this. Maybe it's a Midwestern thing, but it's like every time I talk about somebody that, you know, like my best friend from high school or whatever, every time you say their name, it's always like, or you're telling a story about them, it's like, oh yeah, so Jim, you know, my best friend from high school. It just sort of becomes part of the name. It's the same sort of thing here, where it's, you know, when I'm at my base, the one with Achilles, the Achilles base, it's like, we don't need to do that whole thing. We'll just figure out a better way to say it. But I will say, look at that. Look at how satisfyingly wonderful this height is. Okay, that is exactly what we want. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to save ourselves the hassle and the headache, because I think I'm comfortable rolling the dice. And you know what? Well, whatever. Just to make it easy for now, I'll do this. But I think in the future, we'll drop... I'm going to try to drop that under there. Come on. Connect to that. There we go. There we go. Beautiful. So now that... Now, economically, I know it's probably not the best. But yeah, I'm going to do the wall as a foundation, and then we'll do these as the top layer, because that is exquisite. Ah! Much needed, and right in time, the Monday Margarita. Thank you, my love. Here's to all of the real ones that have stuck around and are hanging out in this flawless stream. Here's to all of you. Thank you so much for being here. Holy crap, that's delicious. Holy crap. That'll get you. That'll get you there. Yowza. All right. Beautiful. So let's go ahead. I'm just liking the feel of this. Miss Marin wondering where that margarita was 30 minutes ago. I'm kind of glad I didn't have it then, because I would have crushed it. I would have crushed it. I'm just so bummed, and this is kind of me fishing for likes, but the first video was generously liked by a few people, and I feel bad because I'm honestly going to delete that one from the channel, which I normally don't do that, but that one was pretty rough. But so I'm going to do everything in my power to redeem those likes that were offered so generously from all of you real ones. But I think this is feeling pretty good. Yes. So you kind of see what I'm saying here, where I'm gonna... You can already see it starting to form. So we're gonna go down, I think we just use the whole island, right? I think we try our best to just use as much land as possible. So let's keep that going. I really wish I had a second one of these. Let's see if we can centralize our station here. How much? Come on, world save. Killing me. Okay. I really wish the Stonecutter had a wave. Skeleton surprise, you gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. That's hilarious. Skeleton surprise. You dicks. You know what? This is good, because I am not in the mood for any of you to be here. Get off me. Yeah, you know what? I'm glad you showed up. I'm glad you showed up. I am glad you're here, because I'm trying to hurt all of you. Yeah, get some. Oh, are you? Get off of me. Poison me. Go ahead, because you know what? I got silver. That's hilarious, though. I love the game mechanics that, like, it's I think, what is it? If you have a fire, a workbench, or 2 or something like that. Get off me, punk. Is what they consider a base in this is just hilarious. Okay, I am rested, but I am come on, charge it up. Charge it up. But yeah, just really funny what they consider a base. Like, I'm literally just in the middle of an island, in the middle of an ocean. Which, first of all, that's hilarious that this little island that I kept talking about to make indefensible, or defensible, impenetrable is the word I'm looking for, is immediately attacked. That's just too funny. And yes, Miss Marin, the thundering of all their feet it's adorable. Skeleton's tired of fighting. Well, I don't really care, because you're on my island. So I'm gonna kill all of you. Oh, I feel so much better, I'm not gonna lie, I really feel... It was very cathartic. And I'm glad it was skeletons, because there is something I love so much about slicing through swaths of enemies. Stupid archers. Margarita, massacre, mayhem. I'm here for it. I actually, I was trying to get a little footage today. And while I was doing so, I was running through the, oh, that was very satisfying. And a fueling already back. So this is hilariously the same issues I had when I was building my first farm, first plains farm. Whew, all right, defeating the skeletons. But yeah, so like I said, I want to get the stone foundation and at least start the palisade, because that sort of stuff just keeps happening constantly. So getting some sort of defense up is going to be paramount. I like the Monday margarita. Me too. And the best part about it is I get to drink it. So I totally right there with you. Do you know what we are missing? Alfie, what are we missing? What are we missing here? So I would say food, defense, shelter, all the survival essentials, you know, that's what I think I'm missing. But yeah, what are we missing? The trader. 100%. Yeah, I was, but just to wrap up my earlier story, I was running around the homestead. We'll call it the homestead for now. Achilles, where we're heading right now, we'll call it the homestead. And as I was running from a path that we normally don't really take, I found a drake that was from the Cold Wind Blows event, and I didn't realize that he was still alive, and he'd been flying around the countryside for hours, or for days and days and days. Pretty hilarious, really. And it was way far away, just shooting deer and killing boar, and it made me laugh pretty hard. And so I finally took it out, and I've literally been hearing it do its little shriek for days and days and days, and so it really made me laugh that I finally tracked the damn thing down and killed it. So that was great. Okay, so still looking okay, not chopping too bad. We got a good connection. Whatever, I'm not gonna go into that. All right, quick repair. Boom, boom, boom. Let's go ahead and put away our tankard for now. I don't really need it as much as it's enjoyable to have it on hand. Don't really need it. And arrows, good. Everything's good there. All right, now I left, but yes, the trader, we are definitely missing, and I was wondering if I was going to get all the way to the end of the game, all the way to the end, and never find the trader. I certainly hope that's not the case, but I wouldn't really be surprised at this point. It would be, actually, yeah, I'm going to move this so that whenever we do zip on back, we don't need to worry about running up, running down, back and forth. We're just going to put this outside by the stones, and we're going to bring the wood too. Oh. Pop you up. Yeah, this will make it a lot easier. And you know what? Let's go ahead and, while we're at it, yeah, we'll just bring those for now. We're gonna need it, I guarantee. But Alfie, you could not be more correct. We are dying to find this trader, and I really think at some point today, probably today, I really want to try to find them. I'm tired of not knowing where they are. I need a fishing rod. I need the other goodies, all that fun stuff. So, it's one thing I'm not a big fan of is when you're out of stamina, you can't build. I get it. It makes sense. But I would, it'd be kind of nice if I could just build these stupid piles of stone and wood without having to, do what I just did and dump it all on the ground. Okay, but let's actually make this a bit more organized. Leave all you there. Boom, boom. I think there's some room in here as well. Cool. All right. All right, we're getting there, real ones. We are getting there. But again, today, we're in no rush. We got nowhere to be. We're building a farm. That's the plan. That is the plan. Look at this, though. These Fulings are not messing around. You know what I should do? I should actually drop a workbench. We're going to kill these two. We're going to kill them dead. That looks like another 1-star. Yep, it's got to be. Oh, that might even be a 2. Dang, he is tough. Just the 1. Okay. Oh, that would have been cool. Oop. That was a very annoying Fuling. All right. Yeah, so the plan is we're building a farm. We're building a farm, and that's the plan. But so what I think I want to do, now that I've disposed of those two, is let's throw up a couple more workbenches and test the theory that workbenches will keep enemies from spawning in your area. Because it makes sense. I've heard it to be true. But it would be really helpful to keep them off our island. So we'll put one there, we'll put one at the far end where they just spawn to see if that benefits us at all. But it looks like we've got the old crowd back that was here from the old stream. Thank you everyone again for showing up to this, the second version, take 2, as we'll call it. I really, really appreciate everyone jumping on over and hanging out with us all here. Because again, I was looking forward to this week so much, and I was a little afraid that we were going to have to, maybe shut it down for the night, and I did not want to do that. So I really appreciate everyone sticking around and hanging out with me. I might say that a few more times throughout the night, so settle in and prepare yourselves. But in the meantime, back to the stonework. I got killed by a 2-star Fuling not long ago. It was not a fun time, says Alfie. That's the worst. Those 2 stars are deceptively powerful and will beat the hell out of you with no remorse. Okay, so I need... Jeez, look at that health and stamina bar. I love this food combination so much, but I'm also so excited to get to the point of being able to make the top tier food. One, it's my favorite things to craft are the kind of late game food. I just think I can't wait to build a proper oven and all that stuff. Okay, so again, for anybody just joining in, we are essentially doing all of this right now. We're putting down the initial outline of the stonework foundation, which will then support a palisade, and we'll organically let it happen however it will. But we're putting this down for now, just to get a good outline of kind of the proper spacing of everything. I think I'm going to do 1 or 2 more of these along this path. Because, yeah, that's looking like some nice tillable land right there. But anything surplus-wise outside of our little area of farming will be sliced to the ocean all the way down to keep us nice and safe. Okay. Where am I? Because okay, there's a swamp up here. Honestly, I gotta be real with you. We might make a quick stop. Actually, no, I'd have to bring it home anyway. I just really wish I had 2 more iron, and I don't think I have any on the ship, but I'm just... Yeah, I got nothing. I completely emptied the ship because I wanted to bring all this stuff and blah, 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 blah. So we're just gonna not be lazy. That's not our style here. We are not lazy. So we'll just move that as need be. Okay. So back to work. Let's go ahead and connect you thusly. Actually, let's do this. Do that, and then connect you. Just gotta make it hard on me, don't you? Fine. I'm looking forward to building. Hey, DJ, hello, my friend. What did I miss? Nobody tell him. Nobody mention it. You didn't miss anything. No, DJ, welcome in. Thank you so much for joining in. We've been dealing with 1 or 2 technical issues, to be perfectly frank. This is stream number 2 today, in a sense, because it did not go terribly well earlier. No, unfortunately, it was not the trader, but I think today we might have to do a little exploring when it comes to the trader, because it seems like we're all champing at the bit to find Haldor. Myself, I'm top of that list, so no, I did not find him, but it has been a stream or 2 already. But yeah, hello, welcome in, my friend. How are you? How's your week been? I have missed everyone dearly, and it's so great to see all my real ones back here hanging out, doing the damn thing. I'm just trying to get this, but all you've really missed so far, in all seriousness, is we are establishing the foundation of a farm in the plains, and you know, we're keeping it. We're going to keep it nice and chill today. We're going to keep it on the low end of energy, combat-wise for now. But the day is young, and you know we're going to be going a little bit later. Oh wow. But yeah, we're going to put down these foundations of the farm, which will then expand into a little bit of a house back on this side, right where I just circled my mouse. Now I think this is actually where I should actually cut this up. I think that feels pretty good. I don't really want to mess with. Let's mess with it. Why not? We're gonna go ahead and just bring this up. But yeah, so we've just been putting down the foundations of the farm. That's hilarious. Yeah, DJ letting us know that he is traveling to Denver for the first time, which is phenomenal. I love me some Colorado action. 2019 was the first time I saw those mountains for myself, and I am very happy to hear that you're seeing them for the first time yourself, DJ. Flying out there for business, that should be awesome. And with the conversations you and I have had, I want to say that you're in... I hope I'm not attacked by any wolves. Well, I think as long as you stick to the city, you might get attacked by a cougar or 2. Sorry. Alright, let's get this down. Now, how are we looking on the lineup? Oh, that's switching there. Yeah, Denver is exceptional, though. Such a cool city. And, yeah, but yeah, please travel safe. I'm going to be heading to a wedding out in Colorado in October, I believe. And that's going to be a lot of fun. Very much looking forward to it. Hydrate well. The attitude kicks my ass when I go out there, says Miss Marin, and that is no joke. If you have not been out to, Colorado or anything at a higher elevation, hydrate. And if you can even afford to show up a little early, it will behoove you, because that altitude sickness is no joke. Every time I've went, to be perfectly honest, I have felt like crap for a few days, because you just gotta get used to the got to get used to the altitude, and it, you know, your body will kind of struggle with it. But yeah, hydrate, rest. If you're tired, go to sleep. But yes, definitely hydrate. But congratulations, that should be a lot of fun. But I believe, so are you in game development, or I'm trying to recall exactly what you do now, DJ, because you've often mentioned a lot of game developers in your sort of circle, in your umbrella of business. But of course, to your own comfort level, let us know what you're going to be doing out there, because that could be super, super cool. Super cool. Okay. Nice. Okay, cool. Black metal, don't need you. You know, actually, that's might be kind of cool to keep this little outlet of land to make a little dock. That actually might be kind of nice. Maybe. We'll see. I always enjoy this part of the process, though, because it's all about organic building, in my opinion. See, why can you go down there, but I can't do this one down there? I need this down there. I don't need a floor. I want you. There we go. There we go. The tricksy hobbitses of this. And I know this seems silly, and it's kind of a waste of stone, but I want that foundation. I like it. Just makes my brain feel better when I have everything nice and level and organized, and there's none of those little gaps. Oh wow, very cool. Okay, so DJ, not yet a professional game developer, yet the crucial word right there, but I volunteer for indie game development nonprofits. My day job is startup software engineering. That is incredible and far beyond my skill set. I've always said, kind of as a joke, but kind of not, that the only way I'm going to get the exact game that I want to play in my life is I have to make it myself. And the funny thing about that is I have no idea how to do that. So for now, I'll just deal with other people's creations. But yeah, I think that'll be a lot of fun, and good luck. Yeah, like I said, though, please travel safe when you head on out there. What'd you say? Preparing for a red-eye flight out to Denver for business. I don't think I've ever been on a red-eye. I don't think. That's how the best games are made, yeah, by somebody wanting something so badly they just have to do it themselves. Well, I will, you know, life is long. Well, life is short, but it can be kind of long, so we'll see what happens in the upcoming decades. Maybe I'll become a... You know, I've always said this, one of the many reasons I started this channel is I've always desired to be in the gaming industry in some fashion, but it's kind of funny because I don't really know what I would do, but I really want to. Maybe I'll acquire the skills to make games and this and that, but yeah, it's always been a little beyond my reach to do so. So good on you for carrying that torch. All right, and shebang. Leave that there. It's always the trickiest bit, trying to get those underneath. Oh, there we go. There we go. That's the ticket. Okay, so I think that is... that looks off by about 2, which is possible. I might have used a smaller piece. So what do you think? I think we actually go out to about here. So maybe one more of these. Let's go ahead and get that down to the ocean floor, though, as best we can. Oh, we'll do like that for now. And then I think we cut this in right here. Yeah, we'll do that. I think that actually feels pretty good, because if anything, I might turn that into a secondary little area for farming. Okay. Let's just make this a little easier here. So we're going to flatten to re-raise later on. It'll make it a lot easier. So what's that? Does that look like a 2? Yeah, it looks like a 2 to me. So we get this. Pretty sure that's right. But yeah, I was so excited today to see the new, somewhat, tiny update for Valheim, and I'm very excited to decorate. I did put up a single white banner in the homestead, just to see how it looks, and it's gorgeous. And I couldn't help but think of how I might have to go into Lynch's world and redecorate a tiny bit. And we now, for a limited time only, we have the option to make the maypole. Which, if you're not familiar, the maypole is an awesome bit of. Oh my God! Yes, Miss Marin, with the biggest news in the Valheim world right now, which is that it's coming to Xbox, which is incredibly exciting. I've got a lot of friends that complained that. Is that even? That's not even. Ah. And no? That's not even. By 1. What did I do with 1? That's annoying. So we'll figure that out in a moment here. That's very cool. But yes, how exciting is that? I've got so many friends that have not played this simply because they don't have a PC, which is more than fair. But how exciting to have it on Xbox. I think that's going to really open it up. I'm so excited for I mean, think about this. Microsoft is now going to be backing this once tiny studio. They're going to be turning it into, one of their own studios, and that is going to just, I hope, give them so many resources that they will not finally, but they'll be able to create the game that they've really wanted to create the entire time. It's just such an exciting opportunity, and such an exciting opportunity. And as long as they get to maintain their vision. Okay, I just want to see if, okay, so this starts there. I must have started this on that side like that. Okay, yes, that's exactly what I thought. Okay, so we're good when it comes to the building and the evenness. But yeah, I like that. I like the idea of buying a Vegvasir coin from Amazon. That's super cool. We're gonna go home, rest, dry off, and all that fun stuff. And that's great news about Xbox. I'm getting tired about people complaining that Valheim devs are lazy, and that's why the game isn't done. I totally agree. And it's so... I get so annoyed when people are complaining about the laziness of the devs. Has anybody here ever worked on their own car? Because I try to work on my car myself for anything that is within my grasp, and if it isn't, I watch a YouTube video on how to do it. But if you've ever worked on your car, say you're doing I just did my brakes recently, and I took off, the rotors, the calipers, the brake pads, swapped everything out, brand new stuff, slapped it back on the truck, tightened everything, got it back to normal, ready to rock, and it didn't work right. Something was not quite right, and I couldn't figure it out. at first, and it was very frustrating. It was very, you know, like, what the hell? Why isn't this doing what I wanted to do? And I just couldn't get it. Finally, I got it. But what I thought was going to be a 2-hour project turned into about 4.5 hours. And that's fixing breaks, which is not the hardest thing to do, nor is it the... Oh, wow, okay, so that tide comes up pretty decently. I think with where we're planning to raise the ground to, that should actually work out perfectly. Because this is where we're going to have it. And I don't think the water has been licking this bit of shore yet, so it should be good. And I haven't seen any fueling spawns, so the workbenches might actually be doing their job really, really well. But if you ever worked on a project like that, it takes so much longer than you're expecting. And so the fact that people are sitting here saying, they're lazy, is just so... just ignorant, really. You know, it takes an unbelievable amount of time to create something in this medium, and everyone just wants it now. Everyone wants that, you know, instant gratification. And trust me, I want this game finished as well. I want to see the final version of what these developers set out to create. Absolutely. You know, I'd be lying if I said otherwise. But I'd say I hate to do this to all of you, but I have to do it, otherwise it's just going to be off and I'm going to hate it. So I should have corrected it earlier. Yep, it's got to get done. Guess got to do it. Okay, so it's going to be quick and easy. I promise? Maybe? We'll see. But has to get done. We are going to expand 1 block out. Block there. But let's do it right, otherwise it's pointless. There we go. All right. There's that. And there's... but yeah, it just drives me nuts when people complain about that. And again, I totally understand in the sense of you want the finished game. I do too. I want it very, very much. And I'm looking forward to it. But I want the game that the developers set out to create. You know, again, it's play however you want to play, but that's the big reason why I don't play with mods, is because I like to see what the vision was. What were you trying to create? And when they're given the opportunity to do just that, to create and to showcase what they wanted to showcase, to me, that's worth the wait. And you know, like, as I've pointed out before, I'm a little bit older than some, like, I go on Reddit and I see people talk on there. I'm like, clearly we're not of the same age group or this and that. And that's okay, of course. But, you know, patience is something you kind of have to learn, essentially the hard way, really. And, you know, it takes a while to develop that, you know. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. Basically, be patient and let them create the game that they meant to create, and it will be better than a rushed version of whatever BS they're just pumping out to appease the masses. What game was that? It was No Man's Sky. Think about that. Let's put out a game, or actually no, Cyberpunk. Let's look at Cyberpunk. A respected developer cast into a pure air arena of people thinking they're terrible because they released a game that wasn't finished, even though it had reached gold status, and everyone demanded that they release it, so they released it. And then everyone complains that it's messed up, and it's like, well, shut up. Just let developers do their thing. Anyway, rant over. DJ asking, do you remember the runestone in Scottabray behind the back of that corner guard tower? You ran past for like 2 seconds, and I said there was an interesting story behind it. Oh. No. No, I joke. I recall you saying that, but I don't remember exactly. I don't remember exactly that much else beyond you pointing it out. So please, as others in chat are saying, let us know, because yeah, I'm just gonna be slapping up these walls. So let me know the story behind that runestone. Yeah, okay. Whatever. Whatever. I remember that stone. Where the grass grows underfoot and the sky is blue overhead, there will always be a hearth and a home. I remember reading that and trying to pretend I was much more intelligent than reality, because I was like, oh yes, poetry, yes, yes. Nice. Yeah, the moving the entire foundation of a castle to, or of a village to fulfill your desires of a single stone. I can't blame you. There's one. I can't remember what it says, but it essentially talks about. Where's my? There it is. But essentially talks about a beautiful garden and things like that, and with Achilles, actually, I think it was with Achilles, or maybe another character of mine in a different world entirely. I was setting up this elaborate build because there was this one runestone that was so beautiful, and the story on it just fits so well with the aesthetic I wanted to build that, yeah, it was the same sort of idea where I was like, I'm gonna move this. I'm gonna move everything to get what I want and to use that stone because it's very, very cool. Okay, now which? All right, so these should get destroyed. These should get destroyed, and then it should fit wonderfully. Yes, okay, cool. Yep, all right, a little tour there. A little twoey. Come on. Nice. It's a great runestone, so I can't blame you. Hashtag worth it, says Miss Marin. Well said. Come on. This is the one part oh, because I'm totally overcumbered by 3 friggin' pounds. Come on. Just snake in there. Just doesn't want to work with me. Okay. Let's actually give this a pillar, maybe. That'll look nice. Come on. Boom. Take it while you can. All right. Okay. I believe that is a fully enclosed. Yes. All right, so we have our initial foundation. The initial foundation. of the farm. Perfection. Beautiful. That's what I'm talking about. I think we've all expressed this before, but I would really love it if they would slightly lower the cost on the stonework. Of course, there is the argument that, you know, not a lot of Vikings were building with stone to this degree, or like to a castle or anything like that, but it would still be nice to just not have to really have so much material. But that's the survival genre, I suppose. How much is each one of these platforms for stone? So each one of these square floors is six stone per. The foundations are, let's actually take a look. So 3 for a single square, which doesn't make sense to me. 4 for the medium, and then 6 for the large one, which is actually the most economically useful, depending on what you're doing. Of course, the stone floor, which is going to be just that nice sort of path around our farm, is really, really nice. And what I love about plain building is we can actually re-up on our stone supply relatively quickly, because we're going to be able to have access to the pillars, the giant stone behemoths that are, you know, you knock out the bottom and it's just like a silver vein or a copper node or anything like that, and it just explodes into a rain of beautiful resources. And so we're going to do that, you know, at some point, because I think we'll have more than enough stone. We're gonna have plenty actually left over, which is kind of a relief, but it'll still be really nice to refill the stocks once we. Oh no. Okay, so that's ending like that. Okay, so it's gonna be off by 1. That's okay. It's okay. It's whatever. Just gonna do that, and then luckily the palisades do the same sort of thing, so we can actually that'll be just fine. Not a problem. Literally hurts my brain though. But believe it or not, we are actually almost done with the stonework, and then we're going to raise the ground, which I guess actually will probably take a lot more stone as well, so shouldn't put the horse ahead of the carriage, or no, carriage ahead of the horse. All right, and there we go. A fully encircled stone walkway to hopefully help our farm reach new heights. Go ahead and just repair our stuff real quick. I keep forgetting that I moved my portal out here, and I'm like, wait, where the hell am I? All right, boom, boom, quick repair. Okay, well, y'all know me well enough at this point that you know what I gotta do now. As we see these lovely onion seeds. I really wish we could grow mushrooms. I did a little bit of foraging prior to this. Not a lot, just a little bit, but I would have loved, or I would love the opportunity to be able to make my own mushrooms, not have to rely on nature, you know what I mean? I hope that one has enough space. Burial crypts are a good source of yellow mushrooms. They regen easily enough, for sure. And it would be pretty cool if you could swap out regular mushrooms for stamina mushrooms to when you're making, like, because we're at the stage now where we're going to be busting out a whole bunch of serpent stew. And oh geez, I think I might have crammed those in there. A whole bunch of serpent stew, and so I would just love to be able to grow regular ones. But if you could actually, if you could actually make some little plots and grow some mushrooms, regular ones, or if you could at least swap the ingredient, swap the ingredients so that you can actually get like a little stamina boost from that'd be super cool. And I don't know why, and I know why you can't, because it'd make it too easy, but still. I think the yellow mushrooms need to have a couple more applications, in my opinion. All right, let's go raise this ground. Let's see how we do. I'm gonna go and bump that up, and then I think once we level that, I'm gonna cultivate it just to see how it all looks, make sure it all fits nice and level. And then I think we put some work in on the farmhouse. But of course, there is also all this black forest tempting us and teasing us. Look at this chunk of unseen land. Tell me that the trader isn't hiding in there. You know he is. I know he is. I can smell him. All right, let's get some of this raised up a little bit here. Actually, I'm gonna do it a few times because it might help us with the overall raising efforts. How much do I got? 21, so 10 more. 5. Yeah, I gotta give it credit. I think that workbench little trick, I think that really does work, actually. Because I have not seen any more spawns since we put those down, so that's pretty slick. So Miss Marin, to answer your question from a while back, I think that is the answer: keeping mobs from your house. Okay, so the sun is setting. It's not going to be high enough. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that, DJ. So, yeah, it's not just the workbenches. It's also torches, campfires, things like that. Well, in that case, just for fun. All right. Let's go ahead and raise up some more of this. We're going to need it. I like our little plains island so far too, Miss Marin. I really don't think you should need a workbench to raise the ground. Pouring dirt into a pile isn't really something I've ever needed a workbench to do, but, Whatever. Okay. Now this, because this might, I'm a little skeptical now of my own plan, that it might be a little tricky. Hopefully this will do what I'm hoping. Not just... Not really working as well as I was hoping it would. I also can't see anything, so let's just go home and rest, because this fog is... That is the one attribute of the plains that can be so deadly if you're not prepared for the fog, which there isn't really a way to prepare for it. You're really just running in blind, you know what I mean? But yeah, you know, it's very, very tricky if you're not prepared to fight at a given instance. You know, Fulings running out of the fog can be really dangerous, and I've encountered that a few times. Okay. I hope I can make this work, because I mean, maybe I just got to raise the... You know, maybe that's honestly probably what I have to do, is I just have to raise the hell out of the ground and then flatten it from there. But I've been noticing that every time I try to raise it, it kind of levels it to an area that to a level that I didn't really want. It's a little too low, so let's keep having this. Yeah, I'm using the shift trick to raise it, but it's not quite... Let's see if I can get a little higher than that. Yeah, it's kind of working, but it's not really exactly how I want. So really, we just need to try to get... I feel like we need to get one spot. Look at our lumpy farm. It's eventually going to be really, really good. And if anyone needs a little exploration palette cleanser, of course, feel free to let me know. You've all been so patient today. So if you'd rather see some sword fighting or some Black Forest, you feel free to tell me, and I will not be offended. I think, you know what, here's the move. Yep, I said it already. I'm just gonna raise all of this, and then hopefully it'll all just level out. Mosquito on my light. My farm is so lumpy. I think this is the move. I think this will be all right. Look at my portal. Just that's funny. I like the building stream. This is a nice change of pace, says Miss Marin, and I agree. You know, like I said, last week was awesome. I was so happy with it. It went so well, in my opinion, and we all had a lot of fun. Everyone that showed up, it was so great to have everyone, and so I kind of wanted to, you know, chill it out a little bit this week and focus more on building. You know, because every time I sent a message to the Deathsquitos, I did. I certainly did. Not unintentional. But yeah, I wanted to kind of just not chill out entirely, but you know, every time I build something off stream, I feel a little bad. I feel a little guilty that we didn't experience it together, just because, you know, you've all been here with me since the beginning, which is just mind-blowing that I'm so lucky to have you know, so many great people show up week after week after week to watch me play this and to hang out with each other, and I just love it so much. But I wanted today to, yeah, we'll, you know, kind of see the process and see how it all works. All right, now we've got some good lumps. Let's see if this works out a bit better this time around. And yeah, DJ definitely understands my desire for flatness, because all right, let's see if I can do this here. See if I can, and if it's a little above the stone, I'm okay with that too. I'm definitely okay with it being a little bit above the walkway. There we go. That's the ticket. Oh, now we're cooking. Now we're cooking. All right. Those are interesting. Come on. Okay, fine. We'll do it the hard way. But especially when it comes to a farm, I want this tillable land to be nice and level. Yeah, you could bury your portal here for a one-way destination. Yeah, for real. All right. Don't use the hoe while standing on the stone. Really? Yeah, you know, I have been noticing it seems to lower it more than I want while on the stone. So yeah, you got to be right. So I think if I just keep standing on these nice tall bits, wait till the bar goes up, boom. Yeah, I think this is the way to do it. All right, looking good, looking good. Oof, I'm not gonna lie, it is pretty satisfying on my end to see all this start to come together. Okay, see that right there? That's exactly what I want, and I want the rest of this farm to look just like that. It is very hard to not be a little OCD with all of this, to be totally honest. So I'm going to try my darndest to just let the little things go and just enjoy the process. It doesn't count the level that you're standing at the stone. So, Miss Marin, yeah, it is interesting. I think where I'm standing. So if I'm here, if I go up a little bit, and you can see the yellow sort of straight bar. It brings it up to that level, but if I'm on the stone, it seems to lower it way lower than that. DJ looks like he is nice. I've seen the grid farming system a few times in practice, and I like to trust my click skill. I think the key is if you turn your walk on, that's a big help to try to, you know, help you get your crops planted nicely. Let's keep this going though. So I think as long as I can get the border, I'll be okay. Boom. A little bit more. And yeah, you know, it's not a waste of stone because we're using it for what we need to use it for. So we'll just all right. This is gonna drive me nuts though, so I need to fix this. We're gonna put you here. We're going to get some more. We're going to put another one here. So now, hopefully everyone's happy, and it'll just let me build my piles of dirt. But because we need so much, I might be in need of a little palate cleanser and have to take a little trip through the Black Forest over yonder way. I think we're gonna have to do that to get a bunch of wood and just take a little run. I could use a little excitement once we get this leveled out and nice and flat. But I am gonna try to expedite the process a little bit here, so bear with me as we get this going. But we will be going for a little bit longer tonight for sure, because we had so many hiccups earlier on. I want to make sure that we are able to spend a nice bit of time together. I do not want to rush us out the door tonight. So I hope you're all okay hanging out with me for a little longer. Yeah, see, look at that. That's such a difference. It drops it so low. I just did that to test it, and man, it really brings it down. But what I like is once you've raised the stone, it seems to really give you a bit of a break to manipulate it again. So like an area like that, where I haven't raised the ground, it takes a little bit more effort to get it where you want it to go. Whereas if I did this, and then flattener, way easier. So you gotta give to get, it seems like. Gotta give to get. Yeah. Yeah, when it comes to gardening, walk mode, in my opinion, is the best. I tried the grid build where you take, you know, one by ones and you make a little grid. I just didn't like it. I think some of the fun of gardening is the imperfections, a little bit, and you know, I also just don't like the wood sticking up. Ah, out of stone. Okay. Well, we are getting there. I know it doesn't seem like it. It seems a little tedious at this point. We are making progress. We are almost there. And I think this is actually going to be the easier bit, the interior, because now that we've got some height established, it should be easier to manipulate it. Just to check how this looks. Let's see if this does any good. Not really. Okay. Okay, that's actually not too bad. Wow! Alfie able to fight a Lox in hand-to-hand combat. That is impressive. I rarely risk that, to be honest, because they hit hard. So congratulations. DJ, that is one thing you did miss. Alfie took down Motor, which is incredibly impressive. Alfie, I gotta ask, by the way, what weapon did you use? Last time we saw me do the wolf, or the fang spear. Great as it is, that was my first time using that one for that fight. But yeah, what weapon did you use? But yeah, to keep you posted on the news of the real ones, Alfie taking down Motor by yourself, I believe, which is super exciting. Remember when I promised not to be OCD about it? Yep, gotta stick to it. Gotta stick to that, because we are actually very close to this whole thing. Because more than anything, I'm excited, one, to get the palisade up, two, to get us a little abode, a little place to put our workbenches and all that jazz. So I think let's go ahead and just, like I said, let's expedite this. We're gonna flatten. Oh, sure, nice. Yeah, with the with the grid farming system, having it just high enough where it doesn't affect your walking speed is crucial, because there's a couple spots in Lynch's kingdom of 2 trees where in the hallways there's a couple little tiny bumps that will slow your progress, and it drives me a little nuts, but it's okay. Okay, look at this. We are almost done hoeing the earth. Oh, how nice is that? It's not perfectly flat, but I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm not gonna beat myself up, because I think this is actually really, really nice. Yeah, this is great. And all the little details we figured out along the way. Looks like we just need a little love over here. Hey, 5-star, welcome in, my friend. You are not late. A wizard is never late, Bilbo Baggins. Nor is he early. He arrives precisely when he means to. Same can be said for a general. But welcome in. You have arrived at a great time, actually, because we are just about wrapping up our flattening of our earth to cultivate for a whole bunch of crops, which is going to be super exciting. So we're kind of, I mean, look at this. We're actually pretty much wrapped up for the most part. Imperfections aside, we are very close to it. But yeah, welcome in, my friend. Yeah, how are you? How has your week been? I use the Fang Spear and the bow, says Alfie, in taking down Motor. That is awesome, super exciting. And that's, yeah, I think that's the way to do it. You know, it's very effective. I think the first time I fought her, I used my iron sword. That's always, I'm pretty partial to swords in general. And, but I did like the spear. I thought that went really well. So that doesn't drop it down too bad, but let's go ahead and see if I can make this a little nicer. All right, that's what I'm talking about. Beautiful. Beautiful. Oh, 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 don't you dare start doing all that to me. Bam. That's a little bit better, a little bit better. And all right, stop being OCD about it. That looks awesome. And your hoe just broke. That's a sign if I've ever seen one. So real ones, look at this. It may not have been the most exciting thing, but that's a lot of work, and this island looks ready to rock. I am very excited about that, very happy about that. And so I think what we go ahead and do now, I feel like this part of the island is our best bet for building a little house, a little place to keep us comfy. So let's go ahead and just clear, cut all this jazz. Much more exciting than my handiwork. Very satisfying. Thank you, Miss Marin. I completely agree. And DJ. I think about that all the time when crafting a place like Scottlebray, and I wish so dearly that I had the foresight, well, actually the technology on my computer at the time to do so, but I wish I would have at least taken like screenshots or pictures or something of building 2 trees, because it was so great. Uh-oh. Okay, so it looks like the stream is chopping a little bit. Okay. Hopefully not too bad. If anyone is having issues with the choppiness, please let me know. And I will, I guess, sit here pathetically because I can't figure out what the hell to do to make it better. Okay, but now it is time for wood. Just real quick, because we're going to need it. Workbench? I thought I had a workbench right here. Oh, I accidentally destroyed it. That's right. So we're just going to pop this up over our workbench just to make our hoe work a bit better for us. Even though realistically we should just head home and rest real quick, huh? Because we're at 30 seconds left of our rested bonus. And we can go fix our stuff. Yeah, you know what? Let's just do that instead of being stupid about it. Let's just leave you here. Bam. And what am I carrying that's so heavy? Probably the 8 tons of wood. Let's go rest. Let's go rest real quick. Oh, nice! I bought a Steam Deck and a Steam Deck pedal recently, but didn't like the pedal as much as the deck itself. Wholeheartedly agree. The music that you hear on my weight screens and on my, well, all the music that you hear on my channel is from Harris Heller, and he is also does a lot of tech reviews and things like that, different products, Elgato being a huge focus for him because there's so many amazing products. And I looked at the pedal and I thought that could be pretty cool, but honestly, just pressing a button on the Stream Deck to change your scenes, to do whatever, is, I think, way more convenient, and the pedal just seems a little, yes, Stream Beats, that DJ just mentioned in chat is exactly where you go if you want to use copyright-free, amazing music. It is really, really great. But as a quick example of that, I'm going to, actually no, we'll wait, we're on a good roll. So let's go ahead and head on back. Yeah, I would imagine, DJ, that he is very difficult to get a hold of, being very busy as he is. And I think just moved studios as well. But yeah, all the music I use is through him. And he did a review of the pedal and didn't really give it a glowing review by any means, but definitely I took that advice to heart because I was like, all right, oh my God, I forgot to repair my hoe, the whole reason I went home. Yeah, he did a great job of kind of, I'm sorry, he's a great source to learn what is going to benefit you the most for your products or for whatever you're looking for. Really, really great. And the music that he creates, honestly, I listen to it even off stream. I think he makes some really badass stuff. Most of the, actually all of the songs that are on the Plains themed themes are all from the album Legend, because it felt fitting that oh, we have the cultivator on us, so I'm going to keep that with us since we're going to need it for our island. Yeah, he does a great job. I'm going to wait for the volume 2 of the, or version 2 of the pedal. I could use some small improvements. I did get a dedicated mute button for push to talk and push to mute functionality. I love that. I haven't actually put in a mute button on mine because, as you can see, if I just tap my mic and a simple tap and I'm back. So as long as I remember to do that, then I'm good to go. Muscle memory is a hell of a thing. I keep running up into my bedroom to travel back to the to this portal because I'm so accustomed to it being up there. That's just kind of funny. But yeah, I love Elgato products. I think they're absolutely phenomenal. I was generously gifted my Stream Deck. Come on, David. I was gifted that in 2019 Christmas, I believe. Very generous. And I kept staring at that beautiful bit of hardware, waiting for my PC to be able to handle something like that. And now that I can, I love this thing. I think it's so handy. And again, I use it off stream. It's if you don't know what a Stream Deck is, essentially it is the initial one is a 15 button little piece of equipment that you plug into your system and you download the software, and it basically allows you physical hotkeys. So if I want to open YouTube, I can press my YouTube button that I allocated to that button, and it will open up YouTube. Super, super slick. And that's for anything, iTunes or music of any kind. And there we go. Music of any kind. Anything you want to do, you can do so much with it. And although the 15 buttons are there, you could literally make endless amounts of things to plug in. So like on my if I hit starting screens, that takes me into all my different scenes that I've created, and from those I can make folders that open up different folders and folders and folders and folders. Well, that sounded like a new subscriber right there, if I do know that sound. Let's see who just popped in here. Ivlar Blez. Well, thank you so very much for the subscription. That is phenomenal. That sincerely helps me greatly. And that bumps us up to 44, I believe, if I remember right. So thank you so much. That's awesome. Welcome to the channel. You are now officially a real one. We have an exceptional community here, and you are now part of that. So thank you so much for joining in. We, in case you're not familiar, we just took down Motor last week. We are getting ready to rock for the final leg of our journey to fight Yagluth, and so we are preparing our farm to start really properly farming and harvesting all of our barley and flax to reach the final tier of food and clothing. So thank you so much for joining in. That's really, really awesome. But yeah, look at this. Now that the day is somewhat clear, that is flat and beautiful. So let's go ahead and I think we stick with this bit of land. And right here, I think right here, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so not exactly even, but that's totally fine. In fact, I kind of like this. Yeah, we're going to use this as our new as our little cottage, our little homestead, island homestead. So let's get that up there. That is so cool. But yeah, Iverblez, let me know if I'm saying that name correctly. If not, feel free to spell it phonetically in chat so that I don't mess it up. I always like to be as accurate as possible with my real ones to make sure that I'm giving you the proper respect of the right name. So please let me know. But yeah, can't quite get it. That's okay. I guess I did just repair this thing, so let's go ahead and put her to work. Bam, 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 bam. There we are. I will say, though, I'm excited to start fighting some locks. Speaking of Alfie, you know, when you're talking about fighting them hand to hand. Although I'm typically a bit more cowardly when fighting them hand to hand, I do like to. I want to bring a bunch down. I want to get a cloak. I want to get some rugs. I love making carpet out of them. I think that's always one of the best ways to utilize their pelts. Yeah. Yeah. And we'll leave that there. Perfect. Now I think, let's see, this should be plenty. Yeah, actually, you know what? Not it should be. This will be plenty of room for our little house here, because really it's just a place to sleep, relax, and rest. Maybe cook some food, but really nothing major. Just a place to store your stuff and get some rest. All right, oops, wrong button. There we are. Bam. And how do we do this one? To the side. Come on. Work with me. All right, whatever, that works. That's fine. Yeah, we'll just raise that ground and everything. I do feel like I'm kind of wasting the rest of this island. Ooh. Okay. So what we're going to do here is, I think, on this extra bit of land... Okay, yeah. I think that, if there is a place where we're going to have a dock, that's where it's going to be. That's exactly where that's going to be. All right. Do we think we want a stone floor or a wood floor for this place? Not entirely sure. Not entirely sure yet. What do we think? Stone or wood? Are there fruit trees in this game? No, there are not fruit trees. Unfortunately, there's actually limited treeness to harvest. Of course, you have raspberry and blueberry bushes, cloudberry bushes, and Nice. That's not that, Alfie. That sounds like a song lyric. I'm not quite sure. When I get close to running out of stam, I roll away. Yeah, it's kind of, I don't know what genre I was just singing, but kind of sound like it. Let's see. So I think, okay, let's match stone floor, wood walls. That's what we're gonna do. I like that. So we brought all this stone, so we might as well use it, right? Oh, nice. Oh, come on. There we are. And what do we need here? All right, so I'm gonna just dump all this jazz. And I'm already out of food. I want to make sure I hold on to those skulls because I'm gonna need them. All right, wow, we are actually, okay, kind of getting down there on the stone. Oh, if only I had a belt. Oh. But no, to get back to 5-star's question, there are not fruit trees, but there are a variety of fruit bushes and things like that. Now that you say that, I'm thinking, yeah, I think it's actually all just, land-based or sort of earthen-based food. Yeah, I want to see if this all stays blue or green. Green. Oh, just for stability's sake. That'll just make everyone feel better, huh? Yeah. There we are. In one of my playthroughs, I've got a really awesome, well, my girlfriend and I, we have a really cool treasure room in our playthroughs. Oh yeah, guck trees. I guess that's about as close. Yeah, like you said, it's about as close as you got to, oh my god, was that the last of our stone? That was the last of our stone here. We've got plenty at home, but still, holy crap. Oops, accidentally, just gonna throw my pants off real quick. You don't really need them. Yummy, yummy guck. Disgusting. Okay, so now I think we can go ahead and do this. Actually, I'm going to leave the workbenches up because we're going to need those for protection. We're going to just take everything and we're going to move it down out of the way. Get a proper bit of an idea for the spacing, or for how the farm looks without anything on it, where we need to improve. That looks, I'm very happy. It does look like straight ahead. Well, whatever. I'm going to try to ignore the OCD-ness for now. We're just going to Valheim shuffle. Throw this up before we get too tired. Bam. Man, that world save, I swear, is rough today. It feels like every time they do an update, it always hits a little harder than normal. If I'm wrong, tell me, but feels like it. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to leave all the stuff for the forge in there. I forgot that I brought that barley. That's awesome. Whop. Okay. Gonna head home real quick, and I'm grabbing stone. But we really don't need that much. How nice is that? So that'll stay. That's empty. Wow. 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 Oh my god, that's crazy. I just have to remember, there's always more. There's always more. It's okay. Yeah, DJ, I did, speaking, so I was saying to Alfie earlier in the first version of this stream, which I keep saying that, and since you weren't here for it, just to clarify that, I had the most technically challenging beginning of a stream I've had. I would actually say it was worse than my first stream ever, and so I had to actually, this is the second version tonight of my first stream, in the sense of the first one today was just a hot mess. It was really, really terrible. And so when I referenced my earlier stream, that's what I mean. But I was talking about how I'm not accustomed to checking my Discord yet, and I saw that the other day, or just this afternoon maybe, and I was thinking of what day would be best for me to watch your first ever live stream. I want the real ones to be there for it. I want everyone to be able to show up and give you some support with that. And I don't know, I think I would say, if it's, because you're saying it's about 3 hours, which is a good amount of time. I need to think about that a little bit, because I want to say maybe Sunday, maybe a Sunday night would probably be best. But I'm not totally sure. I have a lot. Miss Marin, as a real one, just cutting right to it. It was so bad. It was, I couldn't believe it. It was, I literally was having a living nightmare, and oh, that was very funny. Oh man, yeah, it was bad. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you know what? This is actually going to be our front gate. Oh, that was funny. But yeah, Miss Marin is absolutely right. It was very bad. It was really rough. Yeah, you and Alfie did see it, and I couldn't believe it. I was watching my subscriber or my viewer count, and I was up to like 8 people watching during the most chaotic bit of stream operation I've ever had in my life. The mic, my audio, none of my audio was working. My mic, my gameplay, none of it was working. Yeah, none of that was working, and yeah, it's actually a separate stream entirely. I had to restart this because then this stream essentially crashed. The connection on my end was completely failing. I don't know. I don't know what was happening. I really don't. It was crazy. Yeah, that's what I have to do to increase my viewers, is just have it go horribly wrong. And yes, Miss Marin, I did have a panic look on my face because I was very panicked, and I had to figure it out. And somehow, as Alfie points out, we got there in the end. Yeah, I guess that's Miss Marin pointing out a good thing. Yeah, I would say Wednesdays or Thursdays possibly. I usually work those days, but Thursdays maybe. I guess whenever you let me know, or you let us know when would kind of be best for you, and we can try to work around that. But what we're going to do right now is we're going to go ahead and start throwing up some walls around this place, just to kind of get the creative juices flowing. But let's see. Always good to think about the chimney ahead of time. So I'm kind of thinking I'm going to actually retain one layer of walkway. One layer of walkway, and that'll kind of wrap around the house, which I think, again, I'm going to use as kind of a... We're going to start to build a bit of a dock on the backside as well. I think that'll look really nice and be very handy. But again, this is all just a part of the creative process. So we're going to we're going to work our way through a few different iterations. I'm sure that's usually the way this works. I like to just let it all happen as it happens and then fix and manipulate from there. Thursday, July 7th at 7 p.m., assuming I don't get caught on the plane. Or yes, more of a port than a dock. Good point, 5-star General. You were absolutely right. It would be more of a port at that point, because it will not be the final destination. Well, while we have the weather, let's go ahead and get some light on the subject. Let's go this side. But just so I don't have to listen to that damn thing the whole time, I'm going to take one of these just so that shuts up. Okay, yeah, Thursday, July 7th. I'm just thinking in my head, and I think right now that looks pretty decent on the old schedule. So, yeah, I think Real One's plan for that DJ's first ever live stream for their for his, yeah, I like that, for his incredible speed run of Fenris armor and just overall excitement, because you've been here for us and I cannot wait to show up for you as well. So I will keep you posted for sure, because like I said, you know, it is quite possible that I might be scheduled that night, but I will do what I can to kind of get out of it. But no matter what, I will definitely be watching that on demand. All right, let's just go get some sleep real quick. Oh, duh. The whole reason it's not working. 2.5 weeks to learn how to live stream. You know, yeah, I will say that's a lot of pressure, but I always think about that. My first live stream ever, we didn't have any game audio. I think even, I don't remember, but I think even I was muted for like the first 10 minutes or so. But honestly, it's, you know, we're going to joke about today, of course, because it's, you know, today was hilariously amateur. But I really do think it was because of the updates to the microphone that I downloaded, and maybe even the game itself. I don't know what to blame it on, but I'm not going to blame it on myself. But I might. But either way, overall, I gotta say, it's not that difficult to learn all this stuff. You're a very intelligent person, and with the field of work that you're already in, I sincerely believe that you'll learn it pretty easily. Okay, so actually, I only have, oh, okay, we got plenty more still. Cool. Yeah, definitely wait on updating your hardware until you're ready to rock. It's just so weird because Elgato does a great job of updating their products all the time, but it really, I don't know, it really didn't seem to do me any good. Now, I don't want to just build a square house, or at least not just the roof, so I want to try to do something kind of cool with my roofing at least, so we'll see how this all goes. We'll get there. I'm always a fan of a gate as opposed to a regular door. But all that said, you know, I think it's actually pretty easy once you get it down. You know, get your OBS downloaded, create your scenes, and again, with your Stream Deck, it's so much easier to manage all the different, you know, spinning plates. Yeah, I agree. 5-star. Yeah, something. I've seen some cool roofs where, and I might actually try to do that. Where, much like real life, you know, you have those. So, like, if your roof is like this, there's the little, like, extra angle that kind of goes the opposite way. I can't remember what it's called right now, but I'm gonna try to do that essentially because this will. We'll figure it out. Honestly, I don't build by planning. I really don't. I just kind of let it happen and see how it goes. But and like I've always said, my exteriors are not the exciting bit. I think I do a really good job with the interiors and making those really cool. And you know what? I'm not going to sit here and be judged anyway. I'm just gonna build and enjoy. But if you have any ideas, definitely let me know. What's that called though, where you have the extra window? It's like an attic window, you know what I mean? What's that called? Intuitive building. Absolutely, DJ. Well, thank you so much for sticking around. Thanks for hanging out as always. Like I've said, travel safe, enjoy Denver. It is a hell of a place, and hopefully you get some time to enjoy the beautiful mountains that will be surrounding you. Yes, my friend, definitely feel free to check this out. Hopefully it'll be uploaded and ready to rock once you're on the flight, so you can even enjoy some RealGrogg action in the air. Well, travel safe, my friend, and thank you so much for stopping in. Great to see you as always. Have a good night. All right. Absolutely. Okay. So here's where I might actually just build a little outline of what I'm thinking for at least the... Actually, you know what? I kind of like this idea. Yeah. A little bit further out. Do this. Just for stability's sake now, we'll go ahead and do this. And again, this is just thinking it through, just having some fun with it. I hate it already. Let's be real. That's just waste of space. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, you're right. You're right. 5-star. I totally dig that. Am I out of stone? No, I'm not. Beautiful. I totally agree with that. Because that will keep extending, actually. Let's just do that now so we have some room to breathe. Let's go here. Is that right? Yeah. Are those gonna stay? Boom. All right, that'll work for now. Just to give me some room to work with and think about the future. So let's do one thing I really wish that they would introduce is a thin stone wall. I know there's really no way they're gonna do that, but I just think that would be so lovely to provide a nice, almost like a what would that be called? Almost like a sheetrock. Yeah, sheetrock. That's what it would be called. A sheet of rock. And so what I'm thinking here is, this is kind of what I'm saying, is I want to have it at, so if that's going out, because I want, so basically looking at the chimney, I want a peak on top of the stone, which would mean that the rest of the roof would look cool the other way, if that makes any sense. Just to add a bit of regality to the sides there. Ooh, actually, that's the move right there. I like that. But 5-star, I know that you have not played Valheim, which I do appreciate you showing up to watch this, especially because of that. That's really awesome. Ooh, this might look kind of cool. See, now I kind of want to turn the whole thing into a nice stone motif. Nah, it'll be okay. Or do I? We'll cross that bridge in a little bit. But this is actually where most deaths come from, and also where most frustration comes from. But yeah, a lot of back and forth. Getting access to the second level is always a bit of a hassle. So you'll see a lot of building and breaking down of ladders over and over and over again. Okay, I was trying to wait until I have a roof, but I can't wait. I have to go to the bathroom. So for the first time, intentionally, I'm going to put on the waiting screen, and I'll be back in just a moment or two. Be right back. Don't go anywhere. And we're back. All right. Thank you, everyone, for sticking around. I appreciate that. Looks like everyone has listened and not left, so I do appreciate that. Let's see, 47 wood. So that'll let us get a bit of work done. I actually want to throw up a roof really quick, no matter what, because I do not want damage to the old homestead. So, actually, you know what? I think maybe we're going to need that height on the on the fire. So let's go ahead and just throw up some of this real quick. Ah. Come on. Come on. And I think I figured out how I want to do the roof, I think. But more than anything, especially when building in an area that seems just constantly be raining, you know, this all might get changed around, but I just really, I hate having all the wood get rotted out just from taking a little bit of time to think about how you want to build. So it's always good just to get something up, just to protect the, just to protect your progress. You know what I mean? Okay, so here's what I'm thinking, though. I guess we could probably do one higher. How would this look? Terrible. Okay, so quick round of this. All right, we're actually getting pretty close to having to resupply from the old Black Forest. So let's go ahead and throw some roofing up now, just so we don't have to worry about it in the future. But this is where it all might come to bite me in the ass a little bit, but we'll get through it. So it's just going to be a very basic square house for now. You'd think that after like 1,700 hours, almost 1,800 hours in this game, I would be a master of building cool shapes and this and that, but I don't know. I think I should maybe put some more work into that. I've always been kind of curious about just doing a world where, you know, you put in every cheat, every mod, everything you want to do that would allow you to build endlessly. Creative mode, I guess, if you want to call it. I've always been curious about that. And just to kind of practice building, you know what I mean? Because I'll do fun stuff, I'll do cool stuff, but I don't really, I don't know. I'm not as good as I would kind of hope. That's gonna be a much taller roof than I was hoping. So let's go 26 degrees. I think I'm about to run out of wood. Want to get my fire covered at least. Which it's not quite. Come on! How am I looking? I've got 4 wood! Oh no! Okay, well. Alright. Well, sorry house, but you're gonna get rotted out while I go acquire more. Yeah. Okay, so you know what? 10 o'clock. Let's see. Let's see. But man, the locks are adorable. You are so right, Miss Marin. And we say that they're enemies, but it's kind of hard to see them that way. I don't know if I entirely see them as enemies. I see them as creatures that have a house being invaded, or have a home being invaded by some guy. Nice. By some guy, and they're just defending what's theirs, their own territory. All right, so we're actually gonna go home. I'm gonna get a little bit of food made. Just a few items. I'm gonna make a few items of food. Oh wait, here we go. 100 wood. That'll get us a little something at least. Creatures. Fulings are the enemies. Yes, exactly. Big difference in general attitude and likability, because the Fulings suck, and I can't stand them. Yeah, this is definitely just a rough draft of the old house, because it's good, but so here's what I was thinking. So let's see if I do like that and like this. And what do we got here? What do we got? How can we do this? How can we do this? And I think if we have an inverted piece, oh wait, oh, actually this one, right? No. There we go. That's the shape I was looking for. I'm about to get smoked out. Come on, link up. Link up. Oof. Okay, so we just got a glimpse at the most common deaths in Valheim. We haven't died since day 88. And I just about bit the dust right there. Because this is exactly how it happens. You either get smoked out while you're building, or you fall from a moderate height, and that's all she wrote. Okay, well, that's not exactly how I like it, but let's take a look from outside, see how that looks. Yeah, okay, so that's kind of what I was looking for. Ugh. But I also kind of hate it. But hey, we got a roof up. So I think I saw it back in chat a little bit ago. Something I totally agree with. I think Miss Meriden and 5-Star General were talking about the idea of apple trees in this, and I would love the addition of some sort of fruit-bearing tree, especially an apple tree. I'm a sucker for apples anyway. I eat at least one every single day, IRL, and I would love to see that implemented in this game somehow, some way. Now let's see, how can I get rid of that hideous 45-degree angle? Roofing. I would love to see that implemented, and I doubt it, because I feel like if they were gonna, they already would have done something for it, but oops. Cherry trees are also very beautiful. Yes, that is very true, and that could be really cool looking. I watch a channel about what is it, modern history, and it's a phenomenal YouTube channel for if you're interested in history at all. There's so many good things that they do, super in depth, and it's like a history class but done really, 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 really well. And they had just done something about the Viking nutrition or the diet, and really surprising, actually. You know, you'd be kind of shocked to see the variety that they ate and that they had available to them, but also based on where they did their Viking thing, they had a lot of options. It's pretty cool, really cool. It's a little short. Oh, don't die. And just to try to keep that smoke the direction it should be, I'm going to go ahead and lock that bee down. And let's see, 32. I'm going to throw up a stone cutter real quick just so I don't forget to do that out here. Boom. And actually, I should probably get a forge up too while I've got the wood to do so. Boom, boom, boom. Oh no. Hilariously, I'm missing stone. That's funny. Well, you know what? Makes sense to throw a bed out here as well, because shouldn't have to run home every time we just need to take a little snooze. Could make for a pretty food forest. Ooh, that would be awesome. Yeah, I've always thought how cool it would be to have an orchard, because you know you could. I kind of had a tree farm back behind my my homestead here, but yeah, it doesn't produce anything other than just seeds. Okay, so I've got some. I just need to make some food because I'm entirely out of food right now. So let's go ahead and bust out some. Maybe some blood pudding, carrot soup, and I've got some serpent ready to rock, so let's make some of that. So let's see, carrot is going to be mushrooms, blacks, or blood pudding, or what is it? Can't remember. Either way, we're going to need blood. What is it? Is it also mushrooms for that? It might actually also be mushrooms. Honey, duh. So we'll just do 5 and 5. Well, whatever, this far along. I like to balance my stamina and health, but you know, it'll be alright. Boom. Lovely. Alright, always good to have a full belly. Little grilled cheese with fresh moss. Miss Marin whipping up a fresh tomato basil soup as you enjoy the stream, which is phenomenal. And I love the emojis, by the way. Very nicely found. Is there any better soup? So simple, so good. I have to agree with that. I am always partial to Italian cooking in particular because the word right there, you nailed it, simple. It is shockingly simple. Italian cuisine. You know, you take 1 or 2 ingredients and it turns into a masterpiece. It's just phenomenal. It's There's a reason why they know what's up. Potato and Leek puts up a fight, but I can't help but give it to Tomato and Basil. That's more than fair. Boom. Oh, that's so much better. Next time. Yeah, Potato and Leek, I'm a fan of that as well, I will admit. Ugh. So, much like anybody on a culinary journey, it takes a while to learn the skills, right? We all know that. It takes a little while to learn how to do things right. And I'll never forget when I was probably 18 or 19, you know, I've been living on my own for a little while, and I made a potato and bacon soup. Oh, God. And in my head, I was thinking that the bacon would continue to cook in the soup because I'm an idiot, and so I like par cooked the bacon, so it was still pretty flaccid, if you like. Oh, and I poured in the rest of the ingredients, and I remember this broken cream soup with half cooked bacon floating in it. But, you know, I'm a stupid, 19-year-old, we'll say, and I had to eat it. Yeah. Yeah. Oh no, this Marin, that's accurate. Oh, look at my beautiful onions. Look at these beauties. Excellent. I'm not going to harvest you right now, but soon, because you know what we're going to do? We're going to hope that it's not raining back at the farm, but even if it is, whatever, no big deal. Oh, okay. Okay, so here's what we should do. Beautiful onions, I agree. So, for the time being, we have a house built. We have food. We're running low on supplies, though, so you know what? All up in here with the food emojis right now, I don't know why. Yeah, it's because you're cooking. Makes sense to me. And if anybody ever has a problem with food emojis, well, then you just get the hell out. All right, I'm just doing a quick repair to anything I can get my hands on. Sorry for the wacky camera. And in front of us lies our farm. How gorgeous. So what we're going to do, I'm actually not going to cultivate the farm until we have the palisade. There's no reason to not do it right now, but I think I'm ready for another adventure, as Bilbo Baggins would say. So let's go explore that Black Forest, huh? There's one right over there. And I want to go kill some stuff. We've got food, we've got energy. So we're actually just gonna back our way up to that shore right there, right behind me. And we're gonna chop a bunch of wood, but we're also gonna, we might make a little lap. We might take a little exploration. What do you want to guess, by the way, that all of this is actually connected to this landmass right here? Guaranteed. Guaranteed this is actually, oh my god, which, yeah, look at this. That is huge. Let's see, Miss Marin saying, when you were talking about defeating Mordor early in the stream, I was hoping you would do the Gandalf quote as the beginning of Two Towers. Oh, from the Balrog fight, I'm guessing. And I smote his ruin upon the mountainside. Yeah, that would have been very applicable at the time. Ah, yes. Murder. Just so I don't forget. Chip. And we're gonna go ahead and do this right now too. Any railway railcart system, asks 5-star general, and unfortunately not. The closest thing would be the portals, of course, that you've seen me use a couple times at this point, which are super handy. But I think we've all been hoping for one day having a oh yeah, just a pull cart. That fucking pull card. I think we've all been waiting for some sort of rideable mount. Well, okay, no spoilers. But some sort of mount, or at least... Are we going to get a view of them? Nope, and the clouds part. Okay, I'm cool with that. I think we've all been hoping for some sort of mount or some sort of rail cart system or something that expedites the traversal of the world. Jesus, those guys hit hard. Gotta take a breather. You can build roads, yes, and unfortunately, they don't really. I don't think they speed up your progress, your walking speed or anything. Which again is another thing the community has been saying. Roads should give you a walking buff, or something like that. Okay, this is actually way more plains than I thought. I was not expecting this much in the way of plains. I really thought this was going to be a more black foresty kind of thing, but this might be okay for now. Besides, let's explore. I'm in the mood to explore. A little Fuling village right across the way. That's horrible. Excuse me. Where we're going, we don't need roads. So actually, kind of a bummer. I'm actually going to jump back. Oh, wow. Look at this guy. I really dig the 2-star variants of almost everything in this game. I think they're all really cool. The trolls in particular. Really, really cool looking. Big red-skinned bastards. But I'm actually going to take the... Yeah, screw it. Whatever. I don't need to take the... Yeah, I'm going to take the ship. I'm just going to sail that a bit more to the... north, just barely, just up to that meadow section. Wow, I've never drawn like 8 at a time. That is intense. But yes, 2-star wolves are hands down the most beautiful. Absolutely agree. I love playing as Achilles, but I do often miss playing as Lynch and hanging out with my wolf pack. Alright, I can't just run past all of it. I have to at least take some tin home. Well. Bird, you're easy water. This will be a very short voyage. Just gonna sail up to the old meadows here and then jump out. I just don't want to run through all those plains right now. But if I'm right, this landmass is gonna connect all of this to all of this, which goes all the way down here, all the way down here, all the way down here, all the way to this, which that might even connect to this. That's a crazy amount of territory. That is really intense. Let's get our run on. Wow, it feels like ages since I've seen a neck. And yes, I am kind of just stretching my legs a little bit so that I, you know, can get a little breather from the farm. I'm seeing what territory is surrounding this. Where am I running to? That is a great question. I was just going to say, I'm going to come back with some wood for sure, but I also want to, I just want to see if there's any black forest around here that just might surprise us, you know what I mean? Which actually looks like kind of SOL. Looks like swamps, plains, and meadow. And the tiniest little black forest we've ever seen. So, I think we'll probably be traderless once again today. So yeah, okay. Alright, well. Man plans and God laughs or something like that, I think. So let's go ahead and just get the wood we came here for. Yeah, Miss Marin rightfully asking where I was running to. Basically, I was just kind of checking out the territory. But I don't want to go to the swamps, because as soon as we do that, I get sucked in, and it's a whole thing. I said this a few streams ago, but I think it's always so cool that every resource, every biome, everything in this game is always applicable. You always will have to come back to get more wood from the meadows, or, I mean, from wherever, of course, but, you know, if you want a relatively peaceful gathering time, head to the meadows, get some wood, get some stone from the plains, or even just breaking down boulders you find in the black forest. It's every biome is always applicable isn't the right word, but you always need it. It'll always be there for you. And so no matter what stage you're at, it always feels familiar and comforting to come back to where you've been and just do more of the same. I really don't need flint though. But you know what I mean? It's just so cool to always need to come back. Never feel like you've moved past it. That's one thing I struggle with role-playing games or things like that, is once you've reached a certain level, you're, you know, going back to anything else, you just kind of crush through it. You could still show up to the meadows and be underpowered. You can, you know, I could be at this stage of the game and still be relatively weak. Ah, yes, Miss Merritt pointing out to 5-star, who I don't think was here for the beginning. Yeah, I cannot believe this game is coming to Xbox. I'm so excited about that. That's going to be so cool. I'm excited to play with a controller. I'm excited to play with the controller because I'm not totally sure how it's going to transfer. Let's see. Let's get rid of you. 288. But yeah, I'm excited to see how they change the control scheme. I've talked about Grounded a lot in another survival game on Xbox right now, and you can kind of tell that it's optimized for a PC. Just with how the hotkey it's honestly nearly identical in the setup to this, with you know 1 through 8 being your hotkeys for whatever items you put in there. It's the same sort of thing, and the inventory crafting system, all those things, they're easy to use, but they're definitely better if you had a mouse and keyboard. You just can't argue that. It's way, way, way better. Okay, so 84, man, I wish I had a freaking belt. But a nice little trick of the trade, shut up. Nice trick of the trade is whenever you're cutting down trees, let them, you know, always try to find the ones that are going to fall into other trees. So to do a lot of work for you. But yeah, we will see. I am so excited though for this to come to Xbox. Just to, we talked about this earlier, but just to have Microsoft backing your company now, as opposed to just being your own studio, kind of having to support yourself, like that's. I really hope that they are able to maintain their vision, maintain their goals, and just use that backing to give us the Valheim they've always wanted to give us. And you know, if it's faster than they were initially anticipating, hell yeah. You know, I don't think they would be acquired if they weren't, you know, a viable candidate for success. So, you know, since they released this game, it's sold, I'm sure, upwards of 6 million copies now, if not more. I haven't looked into it recently, but I would imagine they're getting up there. And okay, so what just happened right there? Perfect. You can see that these trees, as they're falling, kind of have a tendency to knock down others, so it'll save you a lot of work when you're cutting them down. All right. Let's see, so 10:30 here. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically load up the ship with kind of like this last load of this. I'm going to go back. We're going to put a palisade up around the farm, cultivate it, and then I think that's where we'll call it for the night. And I've got some videos to watch about making sure my system is set up correctly, because that is going to be top priority for next Monday. No ifs, ands, or buts. Oops. I'm voting that Alfie fell asleep again. Which I've said on past live streams, I do not get offended by that. I take it as a compliment. Oh, apologies. So let's see, if we were to think about to use 5 stars idea of a rail card system, what would be an in-game explanation for some sort of fast travel system like a rail card? What could we do? I'm not as well versed in Norse mythology as I would like, but I bet there's something. All right, you know what? Let's just go ahead and chop down these trees, and then, like I said, we're gonna sail on back home. Well, to the farm. Home farm. Well, thank you for the compliments, Miss Marin. I do appreciate that. Falling asleep to the stream is more than okay with me, because if you're comfortable enough to do that, or just tired enough, I guess, that's what your body needs. You got to do it. I got like 18 hours of sleep last night, which is very rare for me because I was just exhausted. And my body was saying, hey, go to sleep. You're tired. All right. Let's go build some walls. And we're actually going to start up our first crop as well. Look at that. I like being able to see our house from here. That's cool. Yeah, this is gonna be really nice once I get this port set up on the backside here. And I think that'll be good. I think I'm gonna carve out so you can kind of see that strip of land behind the house. And I think basically, yeah, like carving it out so it's a straight line all the way to here. That'd be nice. 18 hours or so. Yeah, it was a lot of sleep. Oh, do you hear that? All right, so where did they come from? We just had a Fuling lap at us from somewhere. Where were you, you little bastard? Ah, right where you belong. Okay, we're gonna make this super quick. Get a little rest real quick. But yeah, I went to sleep. I get these real wicked headaches sometimes, and just if I don't go to sleep, it does not get any better. So I gotta listen to myself sometimes and just go to bed. My pathetic little jumps sometimes are. Come on, dude. Get up there. Thank you. All right. Well, like I said, super, super quick. I just hope I have enough. But then, yeah, I think the final touches I'll either do it next stream or maybe even off stream, just to kind of, you know, like I'm gonna carve down the walls of the. Oh my God, yeah, I'm already out, man. Oh, that little punk is destroying my ship. Where is he? Poison. Nice. All right. I know we're all getting tired, so I just want to take care of this real quick. So I'm actually not even going to have enough wood to finish, so it's kind of a bummer, but that's all right. So I think what I'll probably do in the future is just head back to the homestead, harvest some wood around there, and then finish this up. Because this is actually a very large farm, which is going to be great because the end game food, while phenomenal, is kind of expensive to make. So we'll want a whole lot of it. Gonna be just shy. Maybe. Okay, that's fair. Yeah, Miss Marin requesting to do the finishing touches on the next stream because she doesn't want to miss it, and that's a totally fair request. Wow. So not quite wrapped up, but pretty dang close. So I'll take that for the night. That's pretty good. Okay, yeah, so we'll do finishing touches next time, and that will include planting our first harvest. I'm just going to leave this here so I don't wake up to Fulings. But yeah, real ones, I would say let's take a cheaty little move here just to get a good view. This world save is just rough sometimes. There we are. I'd say from the island we started with to what we turned it into, that's not too shabs, huh? Beautifully rectangular. Yes, I want to see the planting. Okay, cool. Then I will definitely hold off on doing that until then, but not too bad. I'd say that's a real beaut right there. I think the house will get some good improvements. I realize now that I need to balance out that roof, but all those details we will take care of next Monday. And I think that'll be a lot of fun. But yes, absolutely. Thank you to everyone who came over from the previous stream that was a little rough, but we got there in the end. But I really appreciate everyone stopping back. And if you haven't already, please throw me a like. If I earned it in your eyes, I do appreciate it very much. It helps the channel a whole lot. Thank you for that last one right there. That's very kind of you. But yeah, I sincerely appreciate all of you stopping in, hanging out with me, and enjoying this journey, because it's been a lot of fun. And although today was a bit more chilled out, I think in the future we're going to continue doing this and then expand out into the plains and really get some intense action going on for sure. But either way, you're the best real ones. I really appreciate you. I love this community, and I really look forward to these days. But yeah, I'll see you next week. Have a wonderful night, everyone. Travel safe, sleep well, all that fun stuff. And yeah, keep on coming back, because we're not going anywhere. Stay real, everyone. We'll see you soon.